Hello everybody, Steven here with Cardboard Coalition. And today I figured I would bring you a video about games to bring to family gatherings. I know I did one about party games and kind of talked about party games. Quick recap, party game is just easy to learn, easy to play, tends to be a high number count. High player count, right? High number of players. The count of players is high. So, since the holidays are coming up, especially here in America, we have this 3 holiday kind of thing that's coming up, or 3 kind of seasons. It's kind of weird. Let's just say holiday seasons. There's a whole bunch, and my argument is it kicks off with Thanksgiving and it ends with New Year's. And we have a lot of family get-together holidays sprinkled in there. And because of that, I figured I would talk about some games that you can find pretty easy. Some depend, big box store. You always have your Amazons and your online. I bring up Amazon just because you can order. It's a big box store really, but you can order and get your stuff back really quick or get your things really quick. So we have that. So what we're going to go over are some games these are games I have, so obviously I like them, but these are easy to play, easy to learn, easy to teach, tend to be high number counts. So on the left over here, I have things that you can find at your big box store. So you can run out and get right away at a local big box store. Your Walmarts, your Targets. If you have Barnes & Noble around, you can get games there. But these are on my left side, on my left, and in the middle, actually, all the way to about right here. These are games that you can easily find. To the right, it's not that they're hard to find, but you might need to go to either Amazon, because they can get you a lot of these things quickly, or one of the big game stores on Miniature Market, Game Nerds, things like that. Or you can go to your local game store if you want to run out and grab one really quick. And I'm going to do my best to try to remember the cost, and I'm going to give you guys the MSRP that I remember it being, not the discounts that I get them at and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and start running through some of this. So we got a favorite of everybody's. We got Night Werewolf. What you're trying to do in this game is just figure out who the werewolf is, right? There's a bunch of villagers and they have special abilities and stuff, and you're trying to figure out who the werewolf is. I'm looking on it. So it's 3 to 10. I know it's hard for you guys to see from there. 3 to 10 players. It's 10 plus. You could play with more players. There's also a Daybreak, which gives you some different abilities. If you really want, you can get both of them. This one, MSRP is $24.99. You tend to be able to find this one fairly cheap. The next one that we have here, and I'm going to have to grab it because I'm going to have to look at the player count, is Ravine, right? And this is probably more you'd have to find it at either Amazon or I want to say I saw it at Barnes & Noble, but don't quote me on that one. This is a 3 to 6 player game. And most of these games are somewhere between 15 minutes and an hour, depending. I think most of them are 15 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes to 45 minutes. So Ravine is you're a whole bunch of people and you've crashed on this island, right? And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things. Cards will make you do things like you could only sing your answers, steal the fire. You need the fire to keep monsters away, and or animals away. Monsters, just animals away. And you're trying to survive until someone finds you. There's a survivor card put in the deck. And it's just a lot of fun and laughs. You go out and try to gather and survive the night until you get to the day that you get rescued. And silly things happen. Like you might get a card that tells you to steal everyone's fire, to destroy the structure without telling anybody. This one tends to have lots of laughs. Next, I have on here, and this one I know for sure without a doubt you can get at big box stores, is Here to Slay. Now this one, I'm going to have to glance at the box again because I grabbed so many of them I don't remember. Watch, it's already on the front. No, it's right here. This is a 3 to 6. A lot of these are 5, all these are 5 plus players, but this is 3 to 6. You have a whole bunch of heroes, and you're trying to gather a party to go on a raid, to go into a dungeon. And the whole game is trying to get your party together, and other players are trying to stop you from getting your party together. It's just a quick card, some dice are involved and stuff like that. All right, I can throw some of these back on top of here. The next one I'm going to go over while I'm doing this is we have Sushi Roll, but you can also get Sushi Go and Sushi Go Party, which is a card game version. This is a dice game version. With this one, it is 2 to 5 players, 20-minute game, and you're rolling dice. You're trying to make the perfect little sushi plate so you can get the most money. Is it the most points for sushi? It's not money in this one, it's points. So it's just kind of fun. You're trying to gather up sushi to get the most points. The card version's the same, and I think the normal one, Sushi Go, is 4 or 5 people, but you can get Party, which I think is up to 10. But you can get both those at big box stores. The next one, what do we got over here? We have the Llamas, the llama ones. Llamas Unleashed is just a newer version of Unstable Unicorns. This one you're just trying to collect up. It's a card game. And this one, it is 8 players. It's does it say 3 to 8? No, 2 to 8 players. And you're just trying to collect up llamas to put into your field. And there's a whole bunch of different silly things that go on. And you're trying to you want to be the first one to have X amount. I think it's 7, it's 6 if you have so many players, 7 if you have more. But you're just trying to collect up llamas, and you can prevent other people from getting llamas. There's funny kind of llamas that you can get, things like that. Oh, I forgot one as I'm setting these all down. Down here underneath everything, we have Mysterium. Now this one, I want to say I've seen it at Target. I'm about 99% sure I've seen it at Target and Barnes & Noble's, where I actually got this. It's one of the first games that I bought for a big group. This is a 2 to 7 player. It says 42 minutes. That's an interesting time. I would say about 45 minutes to an hour. In this one player plays as the ghost and you've died, and you're trying to give images to other players so they can figure out where you died, what you were killed with, and who killed you. And all the other players are playing as mystics, psychics, and they're trying to figure out the ghost's murder, and the ghost is trying to help. So you're all working together to try to solve the murder. Ghost knows who who did it, but they can't tell you specifically. So they have to kind of hint with these beautiful art cards. These are beautiful art cards that you put down. And so that's Mysterium. We did the llamas. Then we have Unstable Unicorns, and I have the Not Safe for Work version down here just to bring up. There is, if your family get together is mostly grown-ups and you want to have some fun, there's some fun things in here. But you also have the regular version that you can play. This is the predecessor actually to Llamas Unleashed. They keep making both of them, but Unstable Unicorns, you're trying to get 7 unicorns in your stable, and you just have a bunch of silly unicorns, and there's things to stop other people, just like Llamas Unleashed. Now I gotta look at it. Unstable, Unleashed. Where are we going here? Yes, Unleashed. Yeesh. So, similar, but this one's with unicorns. Anytime I bring this game to a group, they tend to love it and have fun. And you're basically just trying to get a whole bunch of unicorns into your stable. You want to be the first, and everybody's trying to stop you. I'm looking at this one, 2 to 8 players, 30 to 45 minutes. But recently they came out with, it was last year, they came out with the Christmas pack. This one you're probably gonna have to go to one of your local stores or hit up one of the online retailers to try to get your hands on the Christmas one if you want to have some Christmas fun. I've only looked through the cards. They look fun. But with these games, they're fun, right? That's the whole point. It's just all these games, everybody that I brought them to, they've played them, they enjoy them, they've played them multiple times. All right, so what else do we got here? So Love Letter, but this is the Marvel version, or people call it Infinity Gauntlet. You're playing as Thanos. This is a 2 to 5 player. It's one of the smaller player counts, but it's just a card game. And Thanos is trying to collect up his Infinity Stones, and you as heroes, you're trying to stop him. So this is a simple card game. There. I just realized I'm running through this and I didn't go through prices, so we'll jump back really quick. $24.99 MSRP. I believe this one's $29, so let's say $30. This one is $20 usually. Here to Slay. Sushi Roll, $20. Mysterium's a higher priced one, it's $39. It's about a $40 game. Llamas Unleashed and Unstable Unicorns, $20. This is MSRP. You might be able to find it cheaper. The pack, I think, is $15. But there you go. There's the prices on those ones. Then we have Bears vs. Babies. This is just a fun, silly kind of party game. And this one, you're trying to build up bears, or they're really like monsters, to defeat the babies that come out. And you want to have the most powerful monster bear, what have you. It's just a lot of fun. In joking, I'm trying to remember the player count on this one. And of course, I can't find it anywhere. There it is, 2 to 5 players. So this is another 5-player one. All right, then Exploding Kittens. You may or may not have heard of this game. So Exploding Kittens, you're trying not to get the cat that explodes. That's the whole point to this. There's a bunch of silly things that go on. You're trying to get other people to get the cat, so they explode. The normal one is, because I have the not safe for work, it's 2 to 5. This one's the party one. I always like to open it. This is the 10-player one. So this is the 10-player one. And this one goes for, I believe it's $24.99. I could be wrong. The regular Exploding Kittens is $19.99. All right. So Kittens, and then we have Marvel Flux. I gotta look at this too, because like I said, I believe this one's up to 5. Where is it? 6. I lied. Marvel Flux is 6. It's just a card game. You're trying to get rid of the cards. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, out of your hand, and there's different rules based on, oh no, you're trying to get card groups, and there's different rules based on the cards that get put down, which it fluctuates what the game is and how it plays. It's Marvel themed, so it's fun. So there's those. Then we have Zombie Dice, and this one sounds a little packed because I have the expansions in here, but you can pick up Zombie Dice. I've seen it at Target. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. These are still all the way up to here. Ones you can about 100%. A lot of them 100%. One of them 99% sure. You can get at big box stores. Zombie Dice, you're playing as a zombie. You're trying to eat as many brains as you can. It's kind of Yahtzee style. Oh no, it's not Yahtzee style. It's push your luck. So you keep rolling dice, trying to get as many brains. You don't want to get shotguns. 3 shotguns kill you. So it's just fun. And this one you could play at just an unlimited amount. I don't even think it says a player count on here because it's an unlimited amount. You just get a piece of paper and you write down names and you let them go. It's a fun, easy dice rolling game. Now we're going on to some stuff that you'll have to go to your local game store to find. And I would say all these, they might not have it in stock because they don't hold, 35,000 copies of everything waiting for you to walk through the door. They get what they can, they sell what they can, things like that. But all right, so these are ones you might have to go to your local game store to find. You can find them on some of the online game stores, or you can find them in online big game stores. Off the top of my head, I might have seen Deception at Target before, but I couldn't remember, and that's why I put it over here. And Spyfall. Maybe not the DC, but there's a regular version of Spyfall. But let's go ahead and jump through these. So Bang, this is one I haven't played in a while, and there's a card version. This is an Italian Western game. I have the dice version. I do think it's better. I have some friends who have the card version. They like it more. This one is quick, fast. In this game, you're trying to figure out, well, you know who the sheriff is. You're trying to figure out who the outlaw is. There's renegades, and there are deputies. And you're basically shooting each other. You're having a Western shootout, and that's what the dice are for. This game is really easy to understand, really easy, especially the dice one. That's my argument between the card and the dice. The card version takes a lot more explanation. The dice is really quick. Roll your dice. This is what you can do with it. If you're the outlaw, you're trying to kill the sheriff. If you're the sheriff, you want to kill the outlaws. And then there's a couple rules that are a little different, but they're really easy to learn. So there's Bang the Dice game. Then we have Zorro the Dice game. Yes, I like dice. Oh, sorry, I didn't do the... How many is it? 3 to 8 on this one. So this is a 3 to 8 player. Enough for a family, right? So the Zorro dice game, the base one is 2 to 6. And this one, you play as Zorro, you have feats, you're rolling dice, and you're trying to do things to prove that you can be the next Zorro, right? Dang, I did it again. So Zorro dice, you're rolling dice, you're trying to, you have feats, you have certain cards, you're trying to get the right die result to get that. And then at the end, there's obviously, if there's a tie, there's a sword fight that goes on, which is really fun, which is just rolling dice, getting swords. But this is another really easy game to kind of get through. Now, go ahead, Steven, without giving your numbers again. Let's back up again. I think this is about $15.99, maybe $20. So $15 and $20.99. or 1999. This game, 1999. Flux, 1999. Usually when you're going to those big box stores. And now I'm going back even a little bit more. This is a $12.99. Every time I see it everywhere at full price is $12.99 for this game. But who knows? I always see it at $12.99. All right, prices. So more things. We got Spyfall here. So Spyfall, and I have the box on wrong, but Spyfall is, this is the DC version. So with this game, one person is the bad guy, or in this version, the Joker. You have some people that can be the helper, which is Harley Quinn. And you have some cards. See, I'm going to show you. I have them in there, all interesting. Everybody gets a card and it shows an area. And you ask each other questions to try to figure out who, in this version, the Joker is, or who the bad spy is. And everyone has the card that shows the area that you're in, except for the bad guy, in this case, the Joker, right? And the Joker has to try it. When they get asked questions, they have to play it off like they know where they're at, which makes it really fun. We have a friend that's a horrible Joker, and now it's become a running joke that she's such a horrible Joker because she just lets everybody know instantly that she's the Joker. But this is a 3 to 8 player. So it's 3 to 8 player. I'm pretty sure this thing takes about 30 minutes tops. You're just asking some questions, having some larfs. But that's Spyfall. Then, after that, we have, I'm just looking at it. We have Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. Oh, I'm going to have to move these around. No, I have them back here. So this is a 4 to 12 player. This is a big group play. What is going on is one person is the forensic scientist, and they're trying to help the detectives solve the murder. I know it doesn't work so well because forensic scientists should just tell them. Problem is, one of the detectives is the murderer themselves. So in Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, you're trying to solve a murder. It's a lot like Mysterium, where you have the forensic scientist trying to put out the information so the detectives can solve and figure out who did the killing and how and things like that. Then you have, let's go back to this. This one I've seen for $19.99 a lot, but I would say $24.99. Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, $29.99 usually. Let's get down to Dice Town. This is a Western one. It's literally rolling dice. Who has the most gets to do certain things on the board. Certain things get you points. At the end, you want the most points to be the best cowboy in town. Now, this one definitely you'll find at local stores, or you can go to the big online stores. This one, I believe, is a $40 game at least, $39.99 for it. It plays 2 to 5 players. With some of these are expansions where you can get more players, but your base game is 2 to 5 players, good family size. And you get a cup, you all roll dice, and you're hiding your dice from other people and picking which ones you want to keep, things like that. It's lots of fun. And then underneath down here, for you guys, we have Camel Up, and I got to look at this one too. 3 to 8 players. Camel Up is just a racing game. It's really fun. You have these camels that move around. It's hard to talk about and not laugh, and they jump on each other's back. And you're betting on who's gonna win, right? And there's a little pyramid. You can hit it, and a die rolls out, and it tells you what camel moves, and you bet. And you have several rounds you go around, and you try to see who makes the most money. But it's zany fun, right? It's zany fun. It gets you to chuckle and laugh. And the funny thing that I've noticed every time I play it, everyone's ha-ha. At first you get it out and they're like, wow, this is over the top. There's a big pop-up tree. This is silly. And then it gets closer, not silly like bad. They don't want to play like, ha-ha-ha, silly, ha-ha-ha, what are you doing, ha-ha-ha-ha. Until you get close to the end and people are starting to get really serious. And once their turn to pick a betting card or what they want to do, they're like, betting ticket. They're like, but if... and how many dice have come out, and it gets really funny to watch people go from, and they're still having fun, but haha fun to like serious fun, right? Like they're having fun, but they're being serious. They're trying to think it through. So that's Camel Up, but it's really easy to teach, learn with all these games and to play. Now the last couple games we have here, and I'll finish this all out, is and Camel Up, $39.99. This one is probably the hardest one to find, though I found it fairly easily. I got to open it up. It's gelatinous. So what you're literally trying to do is you have dice, and you're trying to make a 2x2, 4x4. You're trying to make a square out of the dice, right? So you need 4 dice. And there's some rules. They're very simple. They're so simple, they're printed on the back of the bag, right? So it's a bunch of rolling dice, passing dice to people to your left and right, and rolling more dice, trying to be the first one to build your gelatinous cube. Now this one's fun. I would say anybody, if you run across it, and this is, I would argue your local game stores if they have it. It says probably the hardest to find. It's fun. It's super easy. It's this weird mix of stressful laughing because you're trying to build your cube, but you realize you don't have to go that fast, but you don't. Everyone's forgetting their left to their right and what number goes where, and it just becomes real fun. It becomes a very fun game to play. Now, the last one that I have over here is Skulls. And I got this over the summer. I had a friend who had it, and we played it. And I got this over the summer because I was going to have a summer thing with family. And this is a 3 to 6 player game. Let's see what it says. 15 to 45 minutes. I don't know. I would say 15 to 30. But you basically have Skulls. It's kind of a bluffing game. And you're putting down these tiles, and people are betting on how many tiles that they can flip over without getting a skull, right? And if you do this twice and you get 2 skulls, then you're dead? No, 2 skulls don't mean you're dead. That's the win. I'm trying to remember back because it was summertime play. Oh, you lose one of your tiles that you can play with. If you lose all tiles you can play with, you lose. If you can flip, you have a big square tile. If you can flip it over, if you can win twice, then you win the game. This is just a fun, quick bluffing game. And it's easy. Once you do a round, it's really easy for people to understand what's going on. And everybody I've gotten this game out with, including my family, enjoys playing this game, Skull. So those are games that you can get because it's the family season. Let's put it that way. This month, so it's really next month and a half or so. This season is that family holiday season where you get together with family and friends, loved ones, and you can play games. It's a good way to have people sit down and relax and talk and just have fun. And I would argue that even older people can play these games and have fun. They're all very simple. I'm not saying older people need simple games, but they're very simple to learn. So they don't have to put a lot of investment in it. And everybody seems to have a good chuckle. I didn't say price. Skull you can get for $14.99. This I've found, can get it for $14.99 at the local store, and I'm assuming because they sell at MSRP there. But it's a harder one to find. And I did camel up. So if you're thinking about getting together with some friends, you're new into games, or you're just wondering about some games that you can bring and have fun, here is a group of games that you can have fun with your friends and family over this holiday season. I hope you guys enjoyed. My name's Steven with Cardboard Coalition. I'll see you later, everybody. Bye.